When the simulation is finished, completed dynamic analysis message appears in the output. To check the results, let's move on to the Result tab. There are Control Panel and Viewer. Let's check the Control Panel. You can think of the upper part is to select the condition to display the result in the viewer. And the lower part is to check the result for the selected condition. In the data, you can select the data to be displayed in the viewer window. There are two types, cell gap and displacement. Cell gap refers to the cell gap result at the pressure condition. And displacement is the difference of the cell gap between before and after pressure. In the LC, you can check the result whether the LC exists or not. WOLC means without LC, and WLC means with LC. So with LC is to check the result when the LC layer exists. Without LC means LC is regarded as an incompressible material. So if you want to check the simulation result when the LC layer does not consider, please select Without LC. Depending on whether temperature split high-low is selected, the displayed list will be changed. When the temperature split high-low is unchecked, only with LC and without LC items are displayed. However, when temperature split high-low is checked, with LC high and with LC low items are added in the list. In this case, I will choose with LC at normal temperature condition. In the LC volume, you can select a particular percentage value in the variable real rate condition. Since I entered the amount of LC injection as the same value as the example, if you compare them, the specific values are slightly different because the first decimal place is visible, but they are all the same as the percentages in the example. And in the CS, you can select the height of main CS. Since the height of main CS is only set to 3 micrometers, it is displayed as follows. For shot volume, I will explain it later on. In result of dynamic analysis, you can check the dynamic analysis result of a selected item in the upper control panel. If you check the results for all percentages, the contents of result of dynamic analysis and viewer are changed. In status, you can check the defect analysis result by the LC injection. To define the status types, let's take a look at this slide. First, AUA. It stands for Active Unfilled Area, which means a defect caused by insufficient LC dropping in the active area. When process is OK, OK message will be displayed. Finally, it is gap. It means that a defect caused by excess LC dropping. Therefore, in the case of AUA or gap, it means that defects can be caused for the corresponding LC injection amount. According to the LC density and the percentage of LC volume, the amount of LC injection is displayed here. Average and standard deviation literally show the average cell gap and standard deviation values. So far, we can just check the result of the particular condition that we set at the upper part of the control panel. However, in the view result, you can check the results for all conditions. It is very convenient because you can check all the information at a glance. And additional calculated results are output as well. So please refer to the manual in detail. Sometimes LTAUA or HT gap will be shown in the following figure. LTAUA means the status of dynamic analysis is okay at normal temperature, but AUA at low temperature. HT gap is the status of dynamic analysis is okay at normal temperature, but gap at high temperature. And here is option. It is related to the viewer. So if you want to know about it, please refer to the manual as well. Let's take a look at the shot volume. If you check it, you can identify the shot volume result based on the condition that we set. Only when with LC is selected and the status is OK or gap, the result will be displayed in the viewer. However, if the status of the defect analysis is AUA, you cannot check the result. We set the shot XY condition is 14 multiplied by 8. That's why there are 14 areas in the horizontal part and 8 areas in the vertical part. And lastly, I will explain about the toolbar at the bottom. Open is to load the saved file of dynamic analysis. Save is to save the current file. Save shot is to save the shot volume result as a CSV format file. Volume to weight can be checked by literally converting the LC volume to weight. If you enter the number of shot, LC density, and LC volume, you can immediately check the amount of LC injection per shot. So far, we have entered the panel information, set the structure information, and confirmed the 3D structure. And through the process condition setting, we can check the defect analysis according to the amount of LC injection.